Hello my dear friends and welcome back to the tutorial of Java. In this video, you are going to learn multiple catch block and nested try catch block. First of all, the multiple catch block. As we write multiple else if in if, we can also write multiple catch statement in try catch block. When we want a different reaction in different runtime error, we can use multiple catch statement in single try block. Like if else. At a time, only one catch block is executed from the multiple catch. All the catch block must be ordered from most specific to most general. As shown in front of your screen, one simple example of multiple catch block is given. Here I define one main method. In this try block, I have defined integer a as the array is new int 5, and I want to print the value of fifth index as a 30 by 0. If it is stored, then a of 5 will be print somewhat output, and if it will generate an error, it will print somewhat catch block. But somewhat catch block over here is a multiple catch block over here is defined. In the first catch, I have defined arithmetic exception. If the try block will generate somewhat arithmetic exception, then this statement is going to print. If the try block will generate somewhat array index out of bound, then the second catch block is going to print. Suppose you have defined two catch block, but the two of them have not satisfied the try block error, then the last catch block, that is exception E, will going to execute. Means the last catch block must contain the exception class object. Like in switch case block, there are many cases before the default case. In the same way, there are multiple exceptions before the catch of the exception class. And at last, I have defined one statement as a system.out.println and the rest of the code. Means simple funda is that here I have defined one try block. If the try block will generate error of type arithmetic exception, then it will print this error. If the try block will generate somewhat error like array index, then it will print task 2 is completed. And both of the catch block is not going to handle that try block error, then the last error, that is catch exception E, the common task completed, will be printed, and the last one is rest of the code will be going to execute. Let's compile this program. I have the same program defined over here in Notepad++. So I had saved this file as a multiple catch block. Multiple catch block.java. It's compiled. Now to run this file. So the output is task 1 is completed and the rest of the code. Why task 1 is completed? As task 1 is completed, the try block generates somewhat error, and the error is type of arithmetic exception. Why? Because you can see 30 by 0, means it will generate somewhat divide by 0 error. Now suppose we satisfy the error of 30 by 2, but suppose we have defined here array of a of suppose 10. Now what will happen? As I have defined array with index 5, means maximum size can be 5, but I am going to define the index as a 10. Now again compile this file and run this file. So output is task 2 is completed. Why? Because try block generate an error, and the error is type of array index out of bound. Means it will print the statement like task 2 is completed, and the last statement is by default rest of the code. It will print as it is, that is the rest of the code. That's how you can use multiple catch block over here. And now the second one is nested try block. The nested try block, as we have seen in previously also, nested loop and the nested if condition, we can write nested try catch block also. Sometimes a situation may arise where a logic block may cause one error and another logic block causes another error, and both requires to be taken care of individually without skipping any logic. When nested try block are used, the inner try block is executed first. As shown in front of your screen, I have defined one try block. In the try block, I have defined two variables, that is integer a and integer b. Now what is the integer dot pass int as args of 0? Means I am going to use over here as a command line argument that we also seen previously in videos. Means both the value of a and b will taken from the user at a runtime. Suppose I have taken the value of a is a 50 and b is a 0. Now the value A will be stored as 50 and B will store value as a 0. Now the first try block. Inside the try block is answer is equal to A by B. Means it will going to store answer as a 50 by 0. Means but obviously it will generate somewhat error, that is arithmetic exception. Means the inner try block will generate somewhat error. Means inner catch block will handle that error using arithmetic exception. Means it will print somewhat error like divide by 0. Suppose it has not any error, as suppose you have taken value of A is 50 and B is equal to 2. Means it will print somewhat value as answer is equal to store value of answer is equal to 25. Now the output will print as result is equal to 25. Now the catch block is not necessary over here because try block doesn't generate any error. And now the next catch block, that is outer catch block, will not generate any error because in try block there is not a single error. But suppose you have taken value of A is equal to 50 and B is equal to somewhat character as a C. As it is not possible because you have defined B as an integer, means you have to store the value as integer only. But you have stored the value over here as a character or string. Means it will generate somewhat error like number format exception. Means in outer try block, suppose somewhat error will be generated, it will handle using outer catch block. And suppose inner try block will generate somewhat error, then it will handle using inner catch block only. That's how you can use nested try block also. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Please like it, share it and subscribe it.